Well, hello, Transparent Church and friends. This is Pastor James with the Word of the Day. Today I want to spotlight John chapter 15, verses 9 through 11 from the New Living Translation, where we find these words. Verse 9, I have loved you even as the Father has loved me. Remain in my love. Verse 10, when you obey my commandments, you remain in my love, just as I obey my Father's commandments and remain in his love. Verse 11, I have told you these things so that you will be filled with my joy. Yes, your joy will overflow. Well, as we get started this morning, I want to use for a theme today, sustainable joy. See, it's not just enough for us to start one day or a day with joy and finding ourselves in the presence of the Lord. But when we start, the goal from my perspective is for us to stay, i.e. rather maintain, sustain. So today, a theme we want to use is the key to sustainable joy. Jesus began to share in John chapter 15 with his disciples, letting them know the importance of two things. One, loving and experiencing his love so that in his love they would love him. Because he says, if you love me, you keep my commandments. And in doing so, you and I find ourselves experiencing an abundance of joy that comes when we're in right standing with God, that comes when we're in the presence of God, that comes when we're experiencing a life that's in the power and the presence of God, so much so that it begins to permeate through our hearts and it is pervasive in the lives that we get to live. So today, here's the word that I want you to focus on in this key to sustainable joy, and it is abiding. Abide. New Living Translation says remain. King James and other versions, abide. When we abide, we get to reside. And when we reside, we get to experience the fullness of joy on a sustainable basis. So today, work toward not just starting in the presence, but staying in the presence by walking in obedience and following the plan of God. Let's make it a great day. Lord willing, we'll talk to you next time.